Done.
Well, yeah, Kate is here, so we're going to move on to the den mother herself, Kate Mulligan, everybody. Frenchie. There you go.
Hey!
My fingers are slow, Jay. Wait, give it a
They're
break.
always slow, dude. That's why
you didn't say that yesterday night, Jay.
I didn't see you waving your hands, going like, "We're moving on, we're moving on."
That's how it would be in the background. It'd be like, Shug, what the fuck are you doing? But I couldn't.
Sorry, I talk a lot. My bad.
No, are you kidding, Shug? Honey, I was like, yes, Shug. Tell us about it. Tell us about it, Shug.
Yeah.
No,
I do think, by the way, no one asked.
I got upset.
Nope. But earlier, well, I'll tell you what. I gotta tell you, nobody asked, but 100%, I think Chandru is one of the greatest IGs there ever was.
Oh yeah.
And I think the truth is that. So wait, what happened? What controversy did I miss? He posted something.
Yeah, he posted a picture of Mike, Mara, Rachel, and Kevin holding the IG belt, and he's basically saying, "Oh, look at these former champions, soon to be champion, and I'm gonna take it out." That's basically what he said.
Oh, that feels like par for the course, no?
Yeah, but I mean, but Dan then added more, and then Dan started adding more, and it just snowballed.
The bottom line is Chandru stated facts, nothing more, nothing less, and people got pissed because.
But we have to keep in consideration. There's emotional attachment on the other side. It's again both spectrums of the Schmodown and the way they react and the way they think and promote and stuff like that, right? And they got emotional because of.
Dude, what would baseball or football or basketball be like if they're not? Well, and now you got football.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Now, for real, they're implementing they're putting in a new thing. I heard where if you taunt twice in the same game, you're kicked out of the game. What the hell's going on here? I don't understand. Yeah. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk. Do you want
to talk about Thomas Harper and the belt he's about to snatch?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I am my heart. I got them once on my team.
How much do we? Just be honest. Is Thomas Harper not the best thing that happened to this league this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
And he felt special from the get-go. We had multiple conversations and something different about the guy. And man, were we right. And you had the eye for it too. You got him, and good on you.
Well, thank you. I mean, I have nothing to do with the fact that he's an incredible human, but I just mean in general, like that, like his personality, his presence. I see Peggy's here too. That's another great thing that happened to the Schmodown this year. Yeah. Oh, hey, da Bears, da Bears, baby.
We are going to obviously talk a little bit about Harper going after that belt, but first things first. You did a one-on-one with me that dropped a couple weeks ago. A new show I started called From Birth to Schmodown. And the first question was, where were you born? And then we ended with your current Schmodown career.
Yes. The last question was, how do you think you're going to die? And I was like, Jay, this is weird. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for the answer. But thank you for that. And so everyone, if you want to catch that, you can catch that on this channel. And last week, Robert Parker's episode dropped. And to this Monday, in 2 days, Rachel Silvestrini's dropped.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
they've all been fun.
She's a joy.
She's a joy. So thank you for that, and let everyone know that Rachel will be dropping Monday. But I do want to ask you, okay, Saul's match, that was a rough match. You know, it is what it is. But what I'm more interested in is we got a little bit of like some promo stuff before the match, and we saw like behind the scenes of Saul walking in with you and the steam and everything.
Yes.
I'm more interested in what it was like with you and Saul and working with him in his first studio being with all the theatrics and everything.
God, it is just so fun. But I'll tell you, there is something, and this is, I'm not making excuses for Saul. Saul wouldn't be, but there is definitely something that and it's like, it was like a real learning curve for me, because I mean, at the beginning of 2020, I did a few studio matches, but like they were sort of run like, this was a new sort of experience We were called at 11, and the match didn't happen. It was very late for assortment of reasons, not shading anybody, but so we sat for about 3 hours. I don't think we started filming that until like 2 something. So, and so we shot some of the promo stuff and whatever early, but it is very different to prep for a match in your space and then show up to a computer when you need to be there and then do the thing. And I forget that there is like, you just get depleted. Like we take it a couple takes to, we got to go out there. It's okay. Now we got to break for lunch, and so it is so fun. It's so exciting. It's thrilling. Saul and I mean, it was so great to have him in person. I've met Saul before. Saul and I have been in person multiple times before, but it was, it's magical, but it's also totally exhausting. And I feel like I need to do a better job of I should have like preserved Saul a little bit more. I should have been like, yeah, you're not looking at note cards right now. We have 2 more hours. Like, like you need to, or like no more pacing, no more, I think that because I honestly, by the time we shot, I was like, my brain feels foggy. So it's so cool. And it's like amazing to have this incredible production team that's like, we're going to do steam and here's the shot and here's your mark and you're going to do that. It's incredible to be doing it again. But I need to remember the other end of that, which is like conserve energy. And I did a bad job of that for both Saul and myself on that day.
He looked, I can't figure out if he looked nervous and for the match, or if he looked terrified of the situation of being in front of a live setting, like something new for him. But whatever it was, he looked like he was out of his element. Like the look in his eyes and on his face at a few points, I was like, this does not look like the Saul that I've seen before.
I got to tell you, I feel like he like really comes alive in that sort of environment. But what I will say is that like during the match, I think, like something shifted. I think it was, we weren't taking our time, and it was just, I think also, think about the matches Saul has had this year so far. This was a very different first round than what Saul's, so I think it, at some point you sort of, it felt like it derailed at some point a little bit. And I think it's hard to get it back if it feels too far gone, like if the train's gotten away. But I feel like I don't feel like he was nervous or scared or anything. He was, I think like that is the element that he thrives in. But as I said, we had been held for a while that day. Not being shady, not like, that's just production, man. That's just actually like, if you want something that looks as good as Collision looked, you need to have you need to have like a lot of cooks in the kitchen trying to make it work. But yeah, I think you're going to see Saul in we've got some things ironed out for another live event for him someday soon, hopefully. So that's not the last you're going to see of our guy.
Yeah, and real quick apology to Saul. I did not mean I wasn't trying to insult you, buddy. Like,
no, of course not. No.
Yeah, you were, Jay. Yeah, you were, Jay. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Jay, you were absolutely trying to insult
him out here and just start rallying at you.
Yeah.
Look at. I have said it. I have said it a million times. You don't know what's going on with players behind the scenes, and if you think about it, let's be honest. Saul is a ball of energy. If you talk to him, he's a ball of energy. So imagine that ball of energy showing up ready to play, and then nope, you got to sit. It's just a
sorry to interrupt you, Shug, but what you're saying is exactly it. Is that, and then he tried to stay ready. And what I should have said was like, go take a honk shoe. We're sitting down. Like he basically kept himself, he didn't do that, but I'm saying like he kept himself, he was like, I'm going to stay ready. And the truth is what we should have done is like, we're going to take a little bit of a breather here. We're going to find you a spot. You're going to sit down, you're going to lay down, whatever it is, like, because I think, you don't want to lose the momentum you come into the match with. But then I think it ended up, we got deflated anyway.
And you got him a blue chew.
for me because I've lost a part of the conversation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because my water and cigarettes are here.
Yeah, yes, water and cigarettes.
But one thing I'm curious, because a lot of people, including me, to be honest, at first when we heard you signed him, I was like, Saul, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get it, but one match, but boy, like you were right? So this is a good signing that I think should continue for far on. He settled himself in IG, but at the same time, you can see he's very public and very vocal about his defeats and the things he has to work on, right? Is that something you want to work for him to work on, not to be less public? Because that could be used against him in the future.
You know what? I think that the truth about Saul is like what I love about him is what he comes with, what he is. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't think I could make him a better character. I don't think I could. He out interviews me at like. I'm telling you, you cut to me in a match and they're like, hey, how did you feel about that match? And I'm like, well, exactly. And like, he's just like, you all, this is a circus and I'm the ringleader and you're a bunch of like, I mean, he just is like, so I would not change a single thing about the way he presents himself, because I think if you're like, okay, well, let's do a little bit less of like, let's not talk about our defeat. I don't care. I love that about him. I love that this is a guy that's like, man, I'm owning this. Here's the deal. And anybody wants to use that against him, like, that's fine. But like the truth is Saul's not going to let Saul slip up like that ever again. So people can try and be like, well, I'm going to use this to my advantage. But I'm like, well, good luck with that. Because this man is the best thing that could have happened to us. With the exception of I really wanted Ben Goddard in the IG tournament. But the best thing that could have happened to us is that he lost that collision match, because he's gonna come murder everybody now. Like,
number one spot in the fantasy league. Really close. I'm getting closer.
Yeah, but literally, he called me yesterday, and I have to get a van ready because we're gonna be picking up bodies this week. Yeah. He called me. I'm picking up. It's starting with Hannah, and then I'm picking up whoever after that. So
I
know.
Sorry, Double D. Go ahead.
So. Fucking bastard. I texted you like days ago and you never responded. And I texted you 2 more days ago, never responded, and you're calling Suge.
But he and Suge, I gotta tell you, if Saul and I hadn't, we were recovering the weekend of Collision, so we couldn't go out, but Saul was gonna go hang out with Suge.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I want to move. Sorry, Saul, but I want to move away from you for a bit. I want to actually talk about the Jader and Paige for Betty match.
Yes.
Yeah, so you made an interesting challenge about the what was it? The you don't mess with the Zohan.
You don't mess with the Zohan. Yeah.
Yes. And I thought that was a fair challenge. That was great. And we saw Sam make a very weak counter argument. So my question is, how much of that counter argument sways with the ruling of how the challenge is ruled?
I feel like, this is what I'll say. I think Sam, I don't know, I can't remember if it ended up making it or not, but Sam and I say the same thing. Whatever our player wants is what we do. So Sam will sometimes sit in the position I was at, and somebody will challenge. You just try to win the challenge, like and you try to make your best case for it. So I feel like in that case, I do think, the way, I don't know, I feel like I don't think Sam did himself any favors by trying to cite other examples. Like, I think that really truly could have gone either way, but I do think that, and then I think that I could point out, I'm like, well, we're badgering the witness here, aren't we? Or whatever it was that I said, because challenges are annoying in general. Like, I don't think anybody ever wants to it's just like, I don't think Christian's ever like, oh, good, someone's challenging. Fantastic. Like, I'm sure Mark's like, I think the best challenge I've ever seen was Adam Witt this year challenging the way Ellis had read the thing. I was like, good for Adam Witt. Good for that was a genius challenge. And I think they ruled that the correct way too.
So I want to play a little devil's advocate, because if I was in Sam's position, I would have said, there's no other film in Adam Sandler's filmography that's don't mess with the Zohan. She clearly knew what the movie was. I know, Jay, you're hating this, but benefit of the doubt rule says you give it to her. So now Sam did not say that. I know it's like for you, Jay. But had he said that, do you think it would have leaned in his favor more than yours?
It might have. I do think that like the attitude is everything, and I think like I don't know. Thomas Harper is a lawyer. I mean, I'm sure he could say the way you would approach the bench.
You don't go to the well. You stay clear enough distance from the well.
Yeah.
And be respectful.
I think I don't know. I think the truth too is that like the idea is if the word could change the meaning, like you suck versus suck. You know what I mean? Like like it's I think that is sort of I mean I don't know, but like I do think like that was sort of like when I've seen the response to it on the actual match itself. I do think like Christian is or whoever's writing for Schmodown is citing that like it changes the meaning of the title. Also, like you don't mess with the Zohan versus don't mess with the Zohan. Like it's
okay.
I think that is I think that's what I've sort of gathered from those comments. Listen. Here's what I know. I'm going to lose some challenges. I just haven't yet. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you do a comeback. There
you go.
I'm not a fan of benefit of doubt rule at all. In my mind, it's very clear. There's only one right answer, and it's either right or it's wrong.
Yes.
You don't get points for almost hitting a home run. You don't get points for almost scoring a touchdown. You get points for actually doing it.
Yeah.
To me, that's the bottom line for me. But I could
unless you're Michael Jordan, you get points for almost scoring a point. I just had to throw that at Kate right now.
I'm sorry, Shug, real quick. Can we get the picture of Shug's son in a Michael Jordan jersey?
No, that I deleted that picture. You're the only one that has it. It's
it exists somewhere.
He sent me like anyway.
No, but I want to ask you, Kate. You're going to be in your first championship match managing. How excited are you?
I could not be more thrilled. And also I feel like that this is definitely like it's yes, it is something that is happening to me, but it's very strange to feel like that this is something that I would get to reap any benefit, like which is to say like I am here only because of Thomas Harper, not because I did any good managing of him at any point in time, truly it is just like yes, I get to be in my first championship, but it has nothing to do.
You're technically wrong. You drafted him.
Well, that's true.
No,
okay.
But going deeper into that, it's the relationship you have. Like the character between him and you is really, really good, and it flows well. You can see that, yes, he is a natural talent, but even natural talents, I'm sorry, I'm going to go to hockey, Jay Wade, I love you. You can have a Connor McDavid, but on the Edmonton Oilers, nothing's happening. But he scores like 110 points in a fucking season and still doesn't make the playoffs. Yeah. So you still need good relationships, and you have that. You put Harper with another manager, it might not work.
You would still work, I'll be honest.
I'm trying to hype you up, Kate.
I appreciate it. This is what I will say. If there was like, I would feel like this was something I earned. If at any point I was like, oh, we won that match because I really kept Harper calm. Like none of that's happened. Like I just drafted well in this case. I do feel like there are definitely some manager, like I do feel like Roxy, every time Roxy's been in a championship match, I'm always like, it is because of Roxy. I mean, the way she, and not all of the players, but like, I feel like Snyder and Draco were just such head cases sometimes, and that she was the one that like could get them. And so she's somebody who I feel like if she gets to a championship match, she gets to be like, yes, I'm a manager in a championship. I feel like I'm like, yes, isn't my guy Harper awesome? Good for him. Like, because the work ethic on him, the amount that he cares about Schmodown, he's an alien. That's all. I mean, he's not an alien. He's not an illegal alien. I just mean he's of another planet.
He's from outer space. That's legal. That's legal.
Why do you look at me when you say that, Kate? What's up with that?
I did it. I looked at
Well, don't Korean. Oh no, we're going to be another controversy.
I was looking at Frenchie.
Yeah, thank you. Merci, Kate.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm the only French person here. Like I'm not even in US, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
After that comment there, you're lucky, Kate, that I cut out your extremely terrible Smurf comment before our 1-1. There was a part of me that wanted to leave that in just for shits and giggles, but I was like, nah, we'll just save that.
Kate's gonna get canceled.
You can't get canceled. Nobody can cancel Kate.
Believe me, you know who can cancel Kate is Kate herself can get her canceled. I'll tell you what, I have tried multiple times without meaning to, but
you've never succeeded, so you're good.
Not yet, but believe me, I'm going to say the wrong thing, and it will live on the record, and I'll be done.
Hey, there is something that I would like a manager's perspective on, and I'm not asking you to get too personal or get yourself in any trouble or anything, but there are some thoughts amongst the community, myself included, that sometimes it is necessary for a manager to let their player know during the match that they're not doing so well. We hear a lot of praise, even if they're not playing well.
Yeah,
we hear, which is fine. That's a manager. Yeah. But I mean, in your opinion, as a manager, is there ever a time where it is necessary on camera in the middle of a match to say, "Look, dude, you're not doing well. We got to pull it together here."
Yeah. I think, yes, 100%. I think every player is different. I do think there was a moment with Peggy, and I hope she's still here, but there was a moment where I knew Peggy, it was her first match, and I knew she was better than what she was doing. And I think I felt like she maybe just needed a little reset. I don't know that I would think that about everybody. I don't think I told her she was not playing well, but I was like, I think I said something like, go scream it off, do it. Like, yeah. It's, because the truth is you cannot go back and undo whatever mistakes you made. So you have to be able to say like, okay, round one's done. Like, let's dig in here, shake it off, knock it off, whatever it is that you need to do. But like, I guess I wouldn't, if you're asking specifically of like a manager being like, how did you not know that? Like, there's never a place for that.
Yeah, well, not necessarily, but more in a, like, dude, you're not, you're not pitching very well, man. You got to get those over the plate, rather than like an approach of, dude, you got this, man. You've been doing good. Just a little few. That's which is fine and understandable. But there are some matches. Well, let's be honest. There are some matches where some of the players' performances are on such a level where I'm personally wondering, why isn't the manager like being a little more honest with them right now in this situation?
Yeah.
I think, of course, not degrading them or tearing them down.
No. I think I did not go back to watch Collision. Could you hear what I was saying to Saul or no?
No.
You couldn't. Okay. Yeah.
No.
I do think Saul was somebody at some point. I was like, I do think I had to say like, he said, I knew that one about Picard. He's like, I can't believe and I was like, it's done. It's over. It's done. Yeah. Okay. You knew it. Doesn't matter. Like, and I think a lot of times people are like, I think there's like a moment where you're like, oh, that's so embarrassing because I knew that one. And we don't need the explanation at this point. You just like that part's over. Let's keep moving. And I think that obviously I didn't give any award-winning information during that match to him that would help. But like, I do think that managers keeping it honest and maybe trying to give their player a reset is always merited. I think though, the truth is, I do think that like something I've realized, and I think, we've talked about this, the disadvantage of me being the only manager that is an actual real life parent is that my availability for the players and my availability to participate, like I know like Peggy would have a more involved manager in training sessions with her if she didn't have me as her manager. You know what I mean? Like I do see that is a downfall of being on my faction, and they then end up really. The den is what it is because of the den, not because of the manager of the den. The den is because these people put their heads together and care about each other and support each other and hold each other up. And like, but what I will say is that I think because I am a parent, I also know each kid's different. Each of my kids is different. One of my kids needs to be told things in advance. One of my kids, you put the kid in the car and then you tell them when you get to the doctor, we're at the doctor now. But like, so that I feel like I can sort of see who needs what. And Saul is somebody that's going to beat himself up so miserably if he misses one thing. I don't actually have to do that for Saul. Do you know what I mean? I don't actually have to say like, hey, knock it off, dude. Like he's already going to take that on. So like Saul's somebody who I do need to like keep it positive, because like if he's feeling negative and then I add that in, then we both just go down. So Saul's somebody that like I would probably be like, hey, it's done. Let's do that. Like, we got another round ahead of us. You know, I guess I can't think of an example of, but like I feel like Jade or somebody that like you could be like, hey, we got this still, you know. And I think he's like, yeah. Like he's so motivated. He's such a you know, so I think it's everybody's different, and that's the one thing I can say is that I can give is that I can sort of see, and like then you've got somebody like Harper or Peggy, like they're just like so easy breathing, like they need very little. So I'm over talking the point, but yes,
no, it's good insight. I love it.
Frenchie brought up would you like to stick around and do Frenchie's corner with he and I? We're gonna talk about. Sure. We're going to do a little debate session here, he and I, if you'd like to sit down with us.
And sure. I would be honored for you to decide who the winner is.
Oh, absolutely.
All
sure
right.
thing.
Yes, we are going to get onto that. We're going to drop Double D and Suge Knight, and then after Frenchie's Corner, we will bring them back on and let them give their 2 cents on what we've talked about here. Frenchie, go ahead and take it away, buddy. What are we doing today?
Merci, what I mean at all. Yes, Frenchie's Corner is pretty simple. Oh, and if I would know how to click properly, it would be even better. All right. So, who is top babyface so far? For me, usually I like the heels. I'm a heel guy, except for a couple exceptions. But I gotta say, this year we're having some interesting baby faces returning, baby faces emerging, baby faces starting to really get in their own. And I was, wondering what Jay Wade would pick. I'm gonna start with Jay Wade. What's your argument here?
Well, I'm looking at it more from the perspective of comparison of this person's character, their development, rather than just looking at someone like this season. Yes, so far this season, this person is babyface, but I'm taking into their whole character. So this may be shocking, but this person is moving from baby heel to babyface. I'm gonna go Brandon Hanna, dude. The way he presents himself in his character work this season is absolutely, dude. If he is not a baby face compared to his previous baby heel, I don't know who the hell is better than that.
Baby face. I'm sorry. I get it, bro. I get it. He's trying. That's the key word. Trying to be like a. Hey! I let you talk, bro. He's trying to. Oh, the French guy comes from SoS. Oui. But no. I get he's trying to be, but he still gets booed. People still don't like him yet. They're not on board 100%. For me, babyface, not just he's a good babyface, top babyface. Yes, Perry Nemiroff is the obvious thing because I just want to hug her every time I see her. Okay, she's the most coolest, adorable.
She is so sweet.
Yeah, but Ethan Irwin is the ultimate babyface. He never pissed off someone. He's never tweeted, egotistical, I'm the best and I have big balls, And he's no Ben Bateman. But he's a freaking champion and he was respected. And when you see him, you go, yes, win and defend and do this. And we're rooting for you, right? So, look, He's trying to be. He's getting there. But Ethan Irwin's already there.
But I'm saying to compare to, we're talking about baby. Talk. You gotta include their whole career. You can't.
Okay, let's. How many titles has he won?
So he's been a baby face this whole time, but we've got someone who's been attempting to be a heel, but he tried to be a heel for so long, and now he's like, he is so baby face. It's unbelievable, dude. Someone who's always been baby face, or someone who was heel and is now turned baby face, dude. Man.
No, I get what you mean. The storyline is amazing, but he hasn't have everyone on board yet. It's like, no, that's the thing. Like, people have not.
Like the fan community gets to vote for who the baby heel is.
Yeah, it's called the awards and it's Patreons.
I know. I walked right into that. I realized it as soon as I started saying it.
So, Kate, what are your thoughts on what we're saying here?
I think we're talking about two different things. And I think so. I think what Jay Wade is talking about, like, is the measurement of how much somebody has shifted, right? Yeah. And what you're talking about is just what's their actual. So to me, if the question is who is the biggest baby face, it's Frenchie is correct. It's Ethan, but who has moved the most?
Yeah,
Hannah for sure. Like who's had the biggest swing? Then yes, absolutely Hannah. Personally, I still think it's the kid, but
I mean, there is arguments to be made, but again,
or even Bibbs for that matter. I mean, those two.
See, I would go more for Bibbs, and Bibbs, to be honest, does put Ethan Irwin for a run for his money, because here's my predictions for Heel of the Year nominations: is the kid, Bibiani, Ethan Irwin, Lightning Liz Shannon, and Perry Nemiroff.
Yeah.
Now,
you mean for babyface?
Yeah, babyface.
Okay. Yeah.
And Hannah is there, but again, to be top babyface, because I had the awards in mind when I created this question, right? For me, it's like who's running with it, and for me, that's definitely Irwin. But I get what Hannah, give it a year, like next season, if they really build on it, and he needs wins though. If he gets those wins, it's gonna work. If he doesn't get a win, like certain faces just get lost in the storyline.
I tried, Brandon. I pick on you.
I do. He paid you, didn't you? He said he transferred you. You got the question. He transferred you, and you're like, "Hey, I could buy McDonald's later." So
for what it's worth, Brandon Hannah is like a real life baby face. I love him so much. He's like behind the scenes. That guy is just $1.50.
Yeah, he's actually. I've already recorded his From Birth to Schmodown also, so that'll be coming up.
Yeah,
he's great. Yes. I love him. A lot of fun. But yeah, Kate, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I just want to make sure, Kate, you said officially I won, right?
Frenchie won. I'm so sorry. Jay, honey, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay.
And before I lose you, I just want to give you the baby update. So Luna Jade is doing fine. And
yay!
She's learned 3 words, is hi, dada, and there's the word encore means more, but she uses it as she wants that. So when she wants water, she's like anka. So she's at that level. I had to give you the Luna update for you, Kate.
I remember in French class in high school, does the pig say guan guan, right? The pig says groin, like it looks like groin. Groin.
Yeah, groin.
Groin. That's what it is. Groin. Is that what I said? Groin.
Okay, I will. And she'll be like, okay, Daddy.
She's like, okay, all
right. Is he having an aneurysm, Mom?
Tell her, le chat et sur la chaise. Do you remember Eddie Izzard?
The way that you said it, because there's a slang word for chat means pussy, and like pussy. So the way you said it is like the pussy's on the chair.
You know what? I only tell the truth.
Love you so much. Right. Thank you very much.
Love you guys. Thank you for having me. Goodbye, Shmo. Oh, Garth McMurray. Hi, honey. Okay. Goodbye, y'all.
That was great.